All right, welcome to another episode of Boomer versus Zoomer. My name is JHP. I'm here with my guests Peter and Stella.
Hello.
Stella Chuu.
I am Stella.
Fucking nailed it. We should have him as the co-host from now on. That was great.
Yeah.
Good job.
I'm okay, thank you.
Oh.
You didn't even stutter. You didn't even say
I know. He really didn't just hesitate at all to turn me down. It's crazy.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
He said yes and.
Yeah. What the fuck, man?
You're right.
Wait, yes and's a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It was a compliment.
Oh, it was a compliment.
You have trust issues?
I just woke up. Anyway, how's my morning going?
Yeah.
It's great. Well, I don't know. I keep having nightmares. So
About?
okay, so it's kind of weird. I don't know if it's a bad thing. I just don't remember. I just wake up and I'm like, wow, that was terrible. And then I just don't remember what the actual
Do you have
nightmare
night
was.
terrors? Do you scream when you're sleeping?
Is that what night terrors are?
Well, you scream. You'll definitely wake up screaming. And you usually don't remember what it was.
Oh, I don't wake up screaming, but sometimes I'll be like,
Yeah, that's
that,
how I
you
wake
know?
up, like in a panic and a rush.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
My
Wait.
dreams about very normal, everyday things that happen to everyday people, like someone being rude to me on the street and me, like, you know, doing like I want to tell him that he was rude to me, and I'll go after him, and then nobody will like acknowledge that that person was rude, and I'll just feel like a crazy person as I'm like, this person disrespected me, and everyone's just like, So that's
Wait.
like my nightmares.
I have the same type of like very like
Mundane.
Like I'll be in line at a coffee shop and that's the whole dream. The line's just not moving. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Are these dreams, guys?
don't even drink
Are you
coffee.
sure? Oh, you don't even drink coffee and you dream that you're at a coffee shop?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Does that mean something?
I guess it's like real life is our nightmare.
Yeah.
You know, it's no longer monsters with like giant arms and faces and eyes.
Yeah.
I always thought that like hell was like, you know,
What the
not the
fuck?
fire and stuff, but it's literally you on an LA freeway trying to make a left turn or like going in the left lane, and there's a car like just in front of you and then just behind you, and you literally can't make that, and just endlessly.
Where everything is mid.
Yeah.
Your whole life is mid.
Yep.
Nothing is interesting and nothing is
Exactly.
sad. It's
Wait,
just
isn't that supposed to
mid.
be like purgatory? Like that's how like the show The Good Place depicted it. Like
Yeah.
purgatory is just like everything that's just like it's kind of okay. Like
kind
just
of
below
okay.
okay,
Yeah.
but like tolerable.
It's like you
know?
never have enough money to pay your bills, but like you kind of can just pay
You
rent.
can kind of coast.
Yeah.
Never own property.
Nothing
Always
tastes
rent
great.
forever.
It's
Just
just
sounds
kind
like
of
my
eh.
life.
Oh shit.
Am I in purgatory now?
Woo! All of you are in purgatory. Welcome to the simulation.
I feel so sorry. Purgatory is you hosting a Boomer versus Zoomer podcast.
Nah, well,
Sorry,
this is
man.
my lone light. Well, sorry, no, my daughter as well. So get reamed by the mama.
He said that with such passion.
Yeah, my daughter as well. How is she?
She's doing good. She's we're getting ready for her 1 year. Like
Dude,
you always have to
what?
throw like I know November, man, November 11th.
That
9th,
does that trip
11th.
you up, or is like what the fuck? I feel
Children.
like you just told me like, oh, my girlfriend just went to the hospital. She gave birth. She's
Yeah.
beautiful, and like 1 year.
Yeah, it's almost there. So she's like 11 months or about to be 11 months. And she's like, you know, doing the little like kind of standing thing and like crawling across. She's picking up stuff and starting to bash me in the head with it.
Oh, that's
Becoming
great.
a
I
real
love
human
that.
being
Oh
and
yeah,
not
like
just
a
a
real
toy.
human being. It's really weird. And she just started learning how to say hi. So
Oh,
just
she's
says all the
talking
time,
now.
she's
Oh my
like,
god.
hi. Hi. Well, she can just say hi and like da 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 da.
That's cute.
Honestly, it's
Yeah.
the cutest thing when a child is just like so happy to see you. Like, hi, hi.
And then it
That is
hurts
really
when they
cute.
don't care. It's like I just came home from work, and she's just like. And then like I will see her like 5 minutes ago, go upstairs, come back down. She's like,
Does she have a favorite parent?
Oh.
Can you tell? I feel like you could tell.
Do you want me to be murdered on the camera?
Oh,
it's
Cut
the
it all-
mother.
Cut it all out.
It's the mama.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you know, she's always like wants to go back to mom sometimes, but she has a good time with me. Like she definitely she's glasses. She's all about the glasses. So if I'm wearing glasses, she's gonna pull them off.
Yeah.
Kind of bang me in the head like Bam Bam.
You gotta bribe her.
And then toss them.
You gotta bribe her. Give her as much
I do.
serotonin as possible.
So she like now is able to kind of like hold things to eat because she can eat like solids obviously now. So we have these little like star like banana crackers. And so I just kind of slipped those. But now she's starting to give it to the dog.
Oh.
Sharing is caring. That's good.
They tag teamed and attacked me when I was holding a handful of it. The dog jumped for my hand. She jumped for the other arm. I was pinned down, and they just like grabbed all the
That's
crackers
smart.
and ran.
That's way smarter than my cats.
Yeah.
They
Child
don't know
sounds
how
like
to
a
share.
menace. In the best way possible.
Oh, in the best way
In the best way
possible. I love
possible.
it. But yeah, so we're planning for the 1 year. You know, you always have to have like a big like event or whatever. So we're just figuring that all out.
Yeah.
Gonna have like tacos. Gonna have a crepes. You ever have crepes before?
You have
Bro,
are you
I
gonna have a
just-
smash cake? You should have a smash cake.
Fuck is a
smash cake.
It's
cake?
where you give a cake to a baby and specifically so they can smash the crap out of it and no one gets to eat it.
Yep.
yeah.
Just the baby.
That's a great idea. I need to look into that because I've definitely seen that. I just didn't know it was called smash
Okay,
cake.
a smash cake.
It's like super cute and you're like, I cannot wait to eat this. And you realize it's not for you, it's for the baby.
See, I didn't know that because I did that when I was like 1 or 2, and there's photos of me with the cake. I thought I just ruined the birthday cake.
No, for
everyone.
you that was specific. That was actually a cake that you ruined.
and that's sad to think about.
Yeah.
But that makes sense now.
Yeah.
I didn't even know I had a name until now.
No, smash cake. And it's usually like this big and it has everything. It's so cute. If it's Barbie thing, there's going to be like a whole Barbie dream house on top and they get to just go me, 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 me.
Just beat the shit out of it. Wow, that's nice. I
We
want a
should have
smash
for
cake.
adults.
Yeah, we should have that for adults. Well, I know that there's like cakes where like if you get caked, they have a backup cake. You know, because no one wants to eat face
Oh,
cake.
I don't.
I'm not a fan of the forced face caking.
Oh yeah, no, I hate that shit too. If someone does that to me,
I freaking hate it.
I'm gonna
I've been to a couple
crucify
events
them.
where it's like, you know, it's like a 7-year-old kid, and then like the parents are like, and when they're resisting, I'm like, this is weird, man.
There was I remember watching a TikTok where a kid specifically told his family, "Do not cake me. I do not want to be caked for my birthday." And I think like one of his aunts just came up and caked his ass, and then he just like got up and like he just like yelled, and then he just walked away. And then the aunt was like, "Why is he so mad for?"
Wow,
like,
she doesn't understand boundaries.
Yeah, I was just like, what the fuck, man? Like, I don't know. If someone specifically told me not to cake them, then like I would, respect their wishes.
But also, you don't have to cake the whole cake. It's like a little bit of frosting on the nose. And you go boop.
Yeah, just like, dude, just like right on
Yep.
their forehead,
Yeah.
I recently did that to my friend at we did it at a nightclub. We had like them come out with all of the sparklers and stuff as if we're getting a bottle service, but no, we're getting cake, which is even better, right? So you bring out the cake and I immediately go like this and boop her on the nose with it. And she's like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "Oh my God, we're so drunk and so happy." And then a friend taps me on the shoulder and said, "Our other friend is having a bad night and we need you." And I immediately went sober and I'm like, "Okay, it's time. It's time. Mom mode. Let's go." And I went and I took care of her. She threw up on my shoes, put her in a cab, and I was an adult.
Oh, you're like the party sitter. Oh my God, you're an angel.
I had a great time. I got
No,
to
you
take
really
my friend
are.
and bring someone to a car.
Yeah. I used to do that a lot in my frat days. Like when we had frat parties, I would just be the guy who would like take care of people after they got way too fucking drunk. Not underage drinking though, because that's bad.
No, that's never
terrible.
happened.
Never
ever
happened
in the
ever.
history of life.
But yeah, I remember one time I was taking care of one of my frat sisters. We were in a co-ed frat called AFIO, and she was like fucking piss drunk, and her best friend was like driving her home, and we're in the back seat, and then she just goes and then vomits all the way down, just down my front, and I am doing my best to keep my shit together and not get vomit all over her car. So I literally am just like one arm cradling her to me, left arm holding the vomit pooled at my waist to keep all the vomit just not get in the car itself. So I'm just like, yeah, this is great. So it was a 20-minute car drive back to her apartment.
Speed
So I
bumps
was like,
were your worst enemy.
yeah, no, they really were. No, I actually think specifically she didn't want to get vomit all over her car. So whenever a speed bump came up, it would be like
Ba-dum-bum-bum.
just as gentle as possible. But yeah, I mean, essentially just all those parties from college
Yeah.
have made me immune.
I've caught vomit in my hand like this.
Oh,
I was like, "No, here you go, baby. Just okay." And then I go and then bloop, and I'm like, "Okay, more."
into your hands?
Yeah, well, there was. I wouldn't do it into a purse. That's even worse. My hands, I can at least wash.
I've seen that before.
That smell.
Oh
ain't
yeah.
even-
Yeah, no, that purse ain't coming back either. Yeah.
You can wash your hands, but
Well, yeah. Yeah. So there is actually, man, I can't explode. There's a employee at 100 Thieves. We were at a party, like a TwitchCon party, or not even a party. It was like a kickback at a bar or something. And me and her had been, oh shit. Me and this person.
Them.
Sorry.
Non-gendered.
Me and this person had been drinking and just like talking. We're hanging out. This is like way before either of us worked at 100 Thieves, by the way. We were just hanging out. But she said that the alcohol hit her a lot harder than she expected. And then suddenly she just puked on my shoes. Like just like, she was like pretty normalish. And then like right in front. But the best part was Queen Pokimane was just sitting like, probably like 8 feet across from me when this happened, and then just her face went like, oh, like
She didn't even come help.
no, but she didn't. I mean, she wasn't able to. All she could do was
What can
react to
you
the
do?
situation. So yeah, she was like, oh, and then the bouncers were like, yeah, we can't have this shit. And then we both got kicked out. I was like, whoa, bro, I didn't even throw up. I just got thrown up on. I'm getting kicked out. But yeah, well, just kidding. But yeah, that was a very wonderful, memorable experience that I continue to give this person shit for to this very day. Like she told me that, oh, I could never speak to Pokey again because they're in like the same circles a lot. It's like I could never speak to Pokey again. I was like, I don't think she actually cares anymore. Like she probably thinks of it as like a funny memory if she even remembers that
You're
it
the only
happened.
one who remembers
So,
it,
but for
Peter.
her, it's like one of the most agonizing, embarrassing moments of her life. So, you know. Gotta control your alcohol. I mean, the funny thing was, she seemed so normal. She was like, I'm gonna throw up. And then within like 2 or 3 seconds, it was instantaneous. So, yeah, that's great.
I love that we're just sharing puke stories right now. For everyone who's listening that has like, puke phobia, woo, they're having a great time right now.
We should maybe do like a trigger warning, like a puke warning.
I mean, we're not actually seeing it.
That's true.
Yeah, but
I was
we're-
visualizing it. I was still
I'm
grossed out. I'm not
visualizing
gonna
it.
lie.
Dude,
Well,
sometimes
you
like,
guys are creative minds. So.
yeah, when
I was not.
when I
can't.
hear about like puke or poop or whatever stories, like the fluids,
Yeah.
it doesn't
Listen,
really
it's
bother.
all part of the human
Doesn't really
process.
bother me.
You can
It's all
visualize
part of
it
the
in your
human
brain.
process.
We were both. We can probably see it. In
It
our
doesn't
mind, the
bother
whole
me, but
scene.
you were like physically, you were doing this, kind of giving the example of what was going on.
Oh, like the pooling of the puke
and I
near
was
my
like,
stomach.
oh, that's not very. That's kind of gross.
I mean, you've probably been to a fair few college parties in your day, have you not?
I dropped out.
You still go to the parties.
I mean, yeah, every once in a while. I like
Did
you
we
were
ever
talking.
talk about your 21st?
I spent my 21st with Tanner actually, and Austin. We were in Vegas, and I was down a lot on the roulette table. So
How much is a lot?
Oh,
I think overall the trip I was down $1,000, which I was not happy about.
that's
That's like the admission fee to get into Vegas. I feel
no.
like
I would say. I mean, obviously, it depends on your situation, but like it could be worse.
you're
Yeah,
Mr.
like, at least
100
you know
Thieves
what's up.
JHB though.
I know. But you were talking about like how you guys are the ones that like kind of watch over people, and that's kind of always been me since I don't know, since I've worked in this industry. I've been like, I started here when I was 17, and so I kind of had to wait until I was actually 21 this year to do anything. So for the meantime, I was kind of just like
So you've always been dad. You were born dad.
I was watching everyone get drunk, and I'm just kind of like just there, like, yeah, I have a water, all that stuff. So
I have liquid IVs in my purse.
I don't know.
That's the kind of person I am. Liquid IV is a powdered Pedialyte that you give to full-grown adults with water, and then the next day they don't have a hangover.
You're a good person. Oh
I
my
do.
God.
I do that. I also
prepared.
have cough drops in my purse. I'm just like providing all the time.
Are you like the rave mom when you go to raves?
Yes. Yes.
totally.
Like no one needs to take care of me. I take care of everyone else.
Dude, you know what they never talk about for rave moms and rave dads? When you wear the fucking camel pack with the water, like the water just sits on your lower back, so it feels like you need to fucking pee all the time, like constantly. So like that shit is a nightmare.
I've never worn a Camelback.
Really?
Yeah, I just carry a bottle in my purse.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know. Just I'm like a fucking full on hydration station with all the fixings that you fucking need for like if you're having a terrible time, you know.
Aw.
So
Best way is to put soju in it, and then you just everyone's gonna continue
Oh,
having a
I
great
cannot
time.
think of a worse. Like you were just like dehydrated as fuck. You're dying. You walk up to this guy. He's like, "Please, can I get a sip off your camel pack?" He's like, "Sure, dude." And then like you
strawberry
sip it. It's
soju.
just fucking strawberry soju. You're like, "Oh fuck."
Oh, sorry, that's my soju pipe.
Oh, did you want the water, bro? I'm sorry, I don't got any of that shit. Yeah. Fuck. I haven't been to a rave in actually so long though. I keep like putting it off, but I think the last rave I went to was EDC 2019.
I've never been to EDC. I've never actually been to like a big rave.
Really?
I've just done like little tiny babies.
I think EDC is the only rave worth going to.
Yeah.
In like, okay, I don't actually know that much about raves, but I've been to like 3 small raves, and then like three small raves, 3 baby raves, and then I've been to EDC once, and I was like, okay, EDC just
do EDC.
completely blew it out of the water.
Don't do anything else. Just go to EDC.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's just because at my like older age, you know,
Older.
I think most people at EDC are probably like young to mid 20s. Probably. I'm like early 30s now. It's like that shit. I don't have the energy for it anymore. When people want to go like 3 days to any festival, that shit kills me. I went to Coachella for 3 days. Was it this year? Holy fuck, it was this year. I went to Coachella 3 days this year, and I wanted to fucking die. It felt like my spinal column had fused into one singular bone. That was shit. I'm never doing 3 days of a festival ever again. I'm gonna maybe do like Friday, take Saturday off, and then go Sunday or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Just a responsible plan.
It's not even about responsibility. It's just my body can't fucking do it anymore. I will disintegrate into dust.
Didn't you heard about all that Burning Man stuff too?
Yeah.
That kind of put me off
shit.
as well.
Oh, my friend was there and they had told her it was her first Burning Man. They're like, hey, so like the radio says that there might be a storm coming. If you guys want to leave, you should probably leave now. And they're like, oh, okay. So within the hour they left. And as they were driving, like the rain started going and they're hearing all these reports of like the flooding and people had to hunker down and all that stuff. And it was like the roads were so slick and muddy back like at camp, whereas like they're leaving. So like the roads were fine. I'm like, yo, you made it out of there at the right time. It would have been the worst like Burning Man of your life.
Didn't someone fucking die?
What?
I heard someone died.
One person did. I think my favorite part of all of that were the tweets about people like, you know, I made a deal with like some of the CEOs that were all stranded out there. I'm going to bring over a case of water and I'll get like 5,000 stock in Microsoft
like shares
or
in
something.
their
Yeah,
fucking-
shares.
That's funny.
Wow. Wait, what happened to the guy who died?
I don't know exactly. I can look it up, but like there was definitely, I don't know if anybody was injured. I think it might have just been a death.
Wow.
But,
Yeah, last I saw, like they were investigating the death, but I was like, did that shit become like Lord of the Flies overnight? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't know. My friends saw the headlines for Burning Man, and they were like, "We should go to Burning Man." I was like, are you fucking crazy? Like, why would this like appeal to you in terms of going to Burning Man?
I don't want to choose to be in an apocalypse, okay?
Yeah, oh, Jesus. I don't know. There's some of the stuff I saw coming out that was wild.
There's like another event called Wasteland Weekend, and everyone chooses to dress like Mad Max and go out into the desert and cover themselves with like dirt and like spikes and like yell and scream and like spray their mouth with silver. And I'm like, that sounds really dirty and there's no toilets. I'm gonna not.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that sounds dope as fuck, and I
What?
would be down.
No, how?
Until you said the no toilets, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna shit.
And
in
it's
a
like
hole in
people's
the
like
ground.
caravans that they bring in, but like, you know, you have to choose to like live homeless in a way. And I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I want to. It sounds so spoiled, but like I want that, but like the glamping aspect of it.
No,
like
I
I
want
want to
the
go like,
glamping.
oh fuck yeah, spikes, fire, whatever, dirt. But then I go back to my air conditioned unit with like a shower and like a toilet, so I
Comfort,
can
no
take a
bugs in
shit,
your
you know?
bed.
Yeah,
Jesus. So 70,000 people stranded. The death they said was unrelated
Oh.
to that.
That's
And
boring.
it said that part, just to give an idea of how much rain they got, this area of Nevada was hit with 2 to 3 months worth of rain, up to 0.8 inches in just 24 hours.
Oh shit,
3 months of rain in 24 hours.
Damn.
that's fucking crazy. Holy god. Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like they had a good time though. I saw like videos that they took while they were there. Like some of that they were doing like fashion shows and shit in the mud and rain. And I was like, I mean, all right.
I just overall, I can't see myself going to Burning Man. Like Coachella, yeah, but like Burning Man. Just,
Burning Man's like a little too
Yeah.
grimy for you.
I don't. Yeah, based off of what I've seen, I've only been to one festival ever, and that was with Leslie and Myung and them. I went to Tomorrowland, and that was in Belgium, and it was like I didn't know we were going until like we were there, and I was really excited because I've never been in like that type of environment before. But overall, it was a great time, just because like people from all around the world just at one festival, just drinking, enjoying the music. It was a great experience.
Yeah, I heard music festivals in Europe are typically fucking like crazy. They go really hard. So
Yeah.
that sounds like it must have been really fun.
The only reason I would want to go to like Burning Man or Tomorrowland is if I was like also building something there. Like I was part of like one of the big installations.
Oh, you could like choose to build an installation if you? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you get in with a crew and everyone like has their job and just like it's kind of crazy because like you've seen pictures, they go like 50 feet in the air and like how did you build that in like 3 days?
In like the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere. I want to do that. I want to
Yeah.
learn. I want to help.
Yeah. I mean, I know you're very crafty. Like, have you built like installation, like that kind of stuff before?
Maybe not something that's like stable like that. Everything I build is wearable, right? That's kind of like, can I bring it to a convention? Like, can I fit it in a suitcase? That's kind of like where I'm at with all the stuff I built. But like the biggest thing I ever built was my KDA tails.
Oh, holy shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
those things are massive.
Yeah.
I saw all the TikToks where you're like trying to like use an escalator and shit like that, and you're just like, you had to like walk sideways so you're not like hitting people from the side and shit.
Yeah, dude.
But those are really cool though.
Thank
Yeah, and like I was like, yeah, I mean, knowing you, I was like, she built that herself. That's fucking wild.
And speaking of lower back pain, that give me permanent back pain.
I was just thinking cosplaying in general must give so much body pain because you're wearing like all that stuff, like it adds up, right?
Yeah, and like high heels, and you have to like pose with your spine completely like, right? You just like look like a cute girl. Meanwhile, like, there's 20 pounds of gear on you.
Yeah, you're just like trying to like, you know how like my girlfriend always complains like when she puts on makeup, but she doesn't want to have like an active day because she doesn't want her like makeup to run. I'm thinking like, okay, but cosplayers, they're literally walking the convention floor, doing so many things. They're like posing, doing TikToks, whatever.
Sweating.
Do you have to like do you have to come up with like, I don't know, just fucking like waterproof makeup, whatever techniques to keep it from like not going everywhere?
Yeah, pretty much. Us and drag queens have a lot of overlap.
Nice.
We just kind of have to like make our face complete, like all these layers and stuff. It's like painting our face. Like literally, when we're putting on makeup, I call it painting our face.
That makes sense.
There's so much involved.
Yeah, it's like, does your face actually feel like heavy?
That's a good question. At this point, I think I'm just used to it. I feel like it's not heavy per se, but I know that like whenever I put makeup on another person, they're like, it just feels weird. There's just like stuff on my face. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I don't even experience that feeling anymore.
Okay, this sounds like some real like pussy shit in comparison. It's like I just started doing skincare recently, so I'm like, oh my god, I could feel the sunscreen on my face.
Oh no, you need better sunscreen then.
I've been experimenting.
Okay.
Because like I know that like I used to never wear sunscreen because I used to hate how it felt.
Yeah.
But now like I know that there's stuff that like feels more like dry or like more natural on the skin. So I've been going through it. But like I have like a skincare routine now, and like it's like my face feels weird. I don't know.
Yeah, but it feels better. It
I
feels
think it feels better.
smoother.
I heard it's like rough in the beginning though.
Yeah, because you're like getting used to it. Your skin's getting used to it. It's like, what is this moisturizer?
Also, I've been using what was it like it's like salicylic acid or something. It's supposed to be like a
It's good for like
exfoliant.
pimples.
Yeah.
If you get like acne, use salicylic acid.
So I don't get pimples as much, but I get ingrown hairs, which I think is from like dead skin staying on your and like your hair grows under it and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense.
So, yeah. But yeah, like in comparison to like what you have to do to prepare for your cosplays, it sounds like
I mean,
that's just like you do that like that's like normal shit, like on top of the already.
But
like,
I love talking about skincare. Do you guys like talking about skincare? It's fun. I can talk about it all day.
I mean, here, if you have a cosplay, let's say like 5 p.m., what time do you have to like start?
Oh, usually 2 to 3 hours beforehand.
No, I don't know. That's just crazy to me. I'm not used to that type
Like
of.
if I have to be at a con at noon, I wake up at 9.
Wait, that actually, I feel like you do your shit really efficiently then. I was gonna say like just say like 5 to 6 hours, you know?
Oh no! I mean, if I'm doing like body painting, which I like never, I hate doing body painting. That stuff feels gross, and it's sticky, and you can't touch anything, or you get like all the color on it. But yeah, like it's just makeup, and then like putting on the costume takes like another half an hour to an hour, depending on how complicated it is. Like if you're trying to put on a Genshin Impact cosplay, that's gonna take a whole hour. There's so many things involved.
Yeah. So many layers.
What do you think? I'm sorry. What do you think is the longest time you spent like just on a cosplay?
Building one or putting it on?
I'd say both.
So building one the longest was 3 months.
Okay.
And then I think that was actually like back in like Overwatch times, I made like a Pharah cosplay so I had the whole armor and stuff.
Wow,
So I was a
okay.
robot. I was like a Gundam walking around. That took me 3 months to build, like fixing it constantly because there's so much engineering that goes into it. And in terms of like getting ready into a cosplay, I want to say like 3 hours really is the max.
Okay.
Even when I got body painted, I was like, hey, so we have a schedule to work on, so you got to go fast. When she was body painting, and she's like, okay.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah, but I'm like always building costumes. So like sometimes I'll be like, wait, I've been working on this costume for like 6 months, but that's because I stopped for like 5 months.
Oh, I see.
You know,
Okay.
It's like another hyper focus happened. Like my dopamine wasn't, going. Or somebody hit me up and was like, yeah, I need a costume. It's Halloween. I'm like, oh God, okay, I'm gonna put aside my personal projects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. Wow. Wait, so you say that a lot of engineering goes into these costumes, which is obvious, like obviously for like Farah, things like that. It's a lot of thought goes into it. Did you have like a background that helped you at all when it came to like developing these skills needed to make your cosplays, or did you just like have to research everything on the fly?
So both, because I went to school for graphic design and like fine arts and stuff. So I have like a degree in like printmaking and all that stuff, which just basically means the old style of not using Photoshop back in the day. And my school kind of taught me how to use Photoshop and like editing programs, but it wasn't until I like graduated when I was able to like use like editing programs and like Photoshop, Illustrator, like all that stuff. I had to teach myself 3D modeling if I wanted to get into 3D printing. Because back when I was in school, by the way, I'm the boomer in this. I don't know, you guys can guess my age, but it was back before 3D printing was a thing, before 3D models a thing, and I had to teach myself that after
You're
I
still
graduated.
I mean,
you're still young.
I'm gonna guess.
I mean, we're still young.
Yeah, we are.
Based
young.
on everyone in this room, I think I'm the third oldest.
I have
gonna say
no
that
idea
right
how
now.
old you are. I'm gonna be honest.
I know, but I have a laptop in front of me with
Fucking
internet,
cheater.
so I will hold my tongue.
You're older than me, right?
Yeah,
Okay. What was it by like a year?
just about a year.
Okay.
Oh my God, am I older than you?
No,
Oh, okay. Oh my
Wait,
God.
that means
No.
she's probably not even older than me then.
no.
Oh.
Older than
well,
JHB.
okay, yeah, I guess third oldest would make.
That's why JHB is our Zoomer.
Yeah,
Hi.
that's true.
Yeah.
21 now?
Yep. 21.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's weird. I'm not used to like being able to walk into like a liquor store or anything. I haven't though. That's the problem. I just kind of like, yeah, I'm 21, and I don't know. I
Do you
don't
have a taste for alcohol?
Not really. It probably when I do, like I probably get drunk maybe once every few months. I will be honest, and that's maybe just me and my friends celebrating something, like whether that's us on like a vacation or like something like that. But when I'm back home, I just can't drink.
Oh, so it's more like
I feel like it's more of a celebratory, like we're
Yeah.
here type of drink than like I can't just I went to Will Neff's party like 1 or 2 weeks ago. I maybe had a Coke and rum and like 4 waters, and that was the entire experience for me.
Coke and rum and 4 waters. What
My
a
man.
night you had. That's
I know.
crazy.
I went crazy. That I don't know. That's just usually how it is for me. I don't know. Being 21 is it's cool. I can buy alcohol now, but I don't, and I think that's
It's all
a
right.
kind of
There's
a good
only
thing.
like 2 more exciting moments in your life. 25, you can
And
rent
30.
a car on your own, and then 35, you can run for president.
I still have never rented a car.
I mean,
Do you know how to drive?
with
I do know how to drive.
Good.
I mean, well, I'm gonna be honest. I don't own a car right now. Like I haven't driven since COVID, basically. I had a car before COVID. COVID happened. I gave my car back to my mom, and ever since I was just like, okay, we're just gonna stay indoors. We're basically staying indoors for like 2 years, essentially.
Yeah.
And then I just never bought a car after COVID.
It's
quote
different now
unquote
with-
ended.
yeah, with like Ubers and
Yeah.
Lyft
So I've
and-
just been kind of relying on like, just like calling Ubers,
Other
ride shares,
adults.
etc. I'm a passenger, not pillow princess.
Pillow
Sorry.
princess. Ooh.
Sorry, wrong term. Passenger
Ooh.
princess. My girlfriend drives me all around a lot. I love you, Anita. Thank you, baby. But she is telling me like, baby, I don't mind driving you. When are you getting a car? It's like I can just call an Uber. It's fine. But
She wants to be the passenger princess.
I do have a reason though. It's because I hear that electric cars are going to become like there's going to be more electric cars in like the next 2-ish years. So I want EVs to be a little better before I like invest in buying one.
Well,
that's like
why-
the copium.
I'm my next car because we got to get the family car,
Right.
Family car. We're trying to get like an SUV, like hybrid EV, like a plug-in hybrid.
Like
So
Kia?
it's like you can use some electric or you can use some gas.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a Prius.
No, it's like a Toyota
SUV
RAV
though.
4. It's called Toyota RAV4 Prime, and so like it's like you get 45 miles on electric and then like a ton on hybrid, but like you can charge the electric while you're driving the gas. So essentially, you get like 600 miles before
Damn.
you have to like refill both.
I just bought a new car. It was great. I have the new Prius Prime. The one that looks like a Tesla is sexy. It's like
Is it?
really
Is
sexy
that also
car.
the plug-in?
Yeah,
hybrid?
it's a plug-in hybrid, and it's like
Nice.
115 miles per gallon. Bro,
Yeah.
it's nice. It's
I need
so
to take a look.
pretty, but I haven't driven it because I haven't gotten my insurance on it yet. So it's just sitting in my garage, and we like show it to our friends.
Oh.
Like, come into our garage, look at our car, don't touch it.
These are pretty
It's
nice.
Look at
They
this.
not right,
are.
so sexy. It has a sunroof.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
How do the tail lights look? That has always been my problem with Priuses. They never see. They just want to look unique for some reason. I guess I don't know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
they
the
always look
Z.
hideous.
The Z shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the new one has a Z shape. I think it
Okay.
just looks like a Tesla.
Yours, is yours is
Okay.
the brand new one. Is brand new, so it has like the new like HUD. Like it's got like a full screen.
Like,
Yeah.
when I say it looks like a Tesla, it really looks
Yeah.
like somebody was like, I'm gonna steal this idea, okay? It works. Everyone likes it. Let's just do that.
Oh, these look normal. Oh,
so
fuck
Yeah, they're
finally.
nice. I'm telling you, if you don't feel like going full electric, but you still want to have hybrid, like the plug-in electric are the move.
It's
Okay.
nice. Are we gonna talk about property values next? This feels like a very boomer talk.
Hey,
I
You know, we're
refuse.
talking
I
about
don't
interest
want
rates.
to.
What's
taxes.
Get me the fuck away from here.
I'm touring apartments later today.
up? What?
I'm touring
Shut up!
apartments.
Stop
Wow.
it! Shut up! I'm just kidding. After my current lease is up, I'm gonna move in with my girlfriend and help her pay her mortgage. So
That's nice.
that's the plan.
Go.
Yeah.
This is boomer talk.
This
This is
is
really,
you're right,
it's
I'm
become
sorry.
boomer talk.
She's gonna renovate
What do you guys
her
usually
place.
talk about with
Just literally anything.
Anything.
but
Anything.
with like the Zoomer? Like, what is like a typical Zoomer talk? Because like,
Well, it's-
well, it's whatever James brings up.
It's
what
more like
I-
his perspective on these topics.
Me bringing up stuff is kind of just chiming in with me doing something that just doesn't relate to it at all. I feel like.
The thing is, James has an old soul. So I feel like sometimes we never truly have a Zoomer guest until we brought Vinny on, and then there's something that he said, and my brain like paused for 8 seconds, and the comments are fucking straight roasting me. He's like, dude, Vinny had great energy. I don't know why this guy didn't reciprocate. What a fucking asshole. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. That was my third podcast that day. I was really tired, and like, please, I'm sorry, man.
So
don't bully me, I'll cry.
what I like to do on some
really will.
podcasts is like if there's like a 5-second shot of Peter just not saying anything, I will edit that in to like a full blown awkward moment, and then I'll tweet that out. And a lot of the engagement is just laughing at it.
You've been doing that?
Yeah, I have. I will
Dude,
be-
they've been banging too.
Can we pause? I'm gonna fucking choke this guy out real quick.
no, hear me out. The last episode with Jester, we got like clip with like 4 million views. I'm just saying.
Wow.
It was me just not saying anything for 5 seconds. And it's
The Vinny one got like 3 or 4 million views. Yeah, of just you guys not saying anything. And then when when Jester spoke about YK Osiris, I cut to you for like a good second just doing this. That was the entire point.
bro, everyone's gonna just think that, wow, they brought in this geriatric fuck who just like can't speak. He just exists in this space. Well, like, why does he even have a podcast? Is he just sitting there nodding or just like brain pausing?
The funny part is
I'm gonna kill
I'm
you.
like probably the most quiet one on the podcast.
You are!
I
Oh my
am.
god, dude! The fucking comments when people come into my stream, like, dude, JHP was on the pod, but like, he didn't really say that much. I'm like, that's his fucking fault. He just sits there nodding, and this whole time it's you editing me. I'm gonna fucking kill this kid. God fucking damn it! You bet.
I would
Okay.
say I will say I apologize one to you, Peter, but also because I don't talk a lot. I'm more of a listener. I try and join in when I feel like it's a good opportunity, but I'm not really good at seeing when the good opportunity
You do
is.
kind of look like a therapist right now with like your generic like cup that you're holding in your hand and your crossed legs. Yeah,
Thank you.
You look very soothing.
you do.
I'm just very relaxed.
But you're not
right
soothing
now.
me right now.
I know.
You're filling me with rage.
I'm hurting your feelings, and I apologize.
JHP,
for
I
that.
need one of those moments now with this
Hey!
moment.
Stop it. Don't encourage this shit. How dare you? It's not what I signed up for, okay?
Yeah.
Oh god, I can't. I'm scared of pauses now. Like I'm scared of like not talking for like 2 seconds. I feel like I have to constantly fucking talk, you
No,
asshole.
it's good because they do well. That's
He's like, be more viral.
Stop! Fucking
That's the ticket right there.
I'm gonna fucking
Did you see that?
end this shit right. No, I don't. Our social media person is nodding their head and like doing their finger like this, like, yes, that shit right there. You fucking
more of
bastard.
that.
No, I don't. Okay. Okay, I saw you just had a very viral tweet or a viral TikTok recently.
did I do?
Tell us more about it.
I don't know. What did I do?
You don't
Which one?
remember?
No, I don't.
It popped
remember.
the fuck off.
What the fuck? Which one was it? I don't know.
You see, now you're on the spot.
Oh, I don't know which one it was. Tell me which one it was.
I mean, you
What
do
was
have
it?
very many popular TikToks, so I understand.
I don't know which one it was. You haven't even told me. I'm like trying to remember which one it was.
Okay, I don't want to. Someone with a computer, pull it up.
Do it. There's a
Do
lot.
it now.
Two people.
Computer, activate.
Activate viral Stella Chuu TikTok now.
Well, I was gonna
Oh,
say
it was the one that you did with Lena Lemon. You guys were yelling at each other in front of a KFC.
Yeah, that was great. Did
So,
you watch that episode? of
okay, so that's the
Jujutsu
thing.
Kaisen?
I watched that TikTok without context.
Oh,
So I was just like, to be honest, I don't get the shit.
they broke up in front of a KFC canonically.
Really?
Yeah, in the anime.
In the actual
yeah,
anime, it's
but
in
the
front
thing
of
is,
KFC?
there's 500 people walking past them because it's in the middle of like Shibuya or something.
Oh.
And so there's like so many people walking past them as they're like 20 feet apart saying like, I'm going to kill all people who aren't sorcerers. You can't just do that. What about your parents? They don't matter in this. It's for the betterment of humanity and the evolution of mankind. And they're just like normal human beings walking by, not
Wait,
even
it's in front of a
acknowledging.
KFC?
It's in front of a KFC.
Okay, so I read the manga for JJK. I know that scene, but I don't think he was in front of KFC.
They put him in the front of KFC?
So I just think it was like I just think it's funny that they like product placement talk about murdering all humans
Mm-hmm.
that are not sorcerers. So okay, that makes a lot more sense.
KFC jumped in on that and they tweeted and was like, oh no, we're so sorry for your loss, you guys. You're going to be okay.
That's pretty cool.
How much anime have you been watching lately?
Recently, not
Yeah.
much. One Piece live action count. Have you watched it?
I've seen 2 episodes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
It's not made for you. It's made for a female audience. I'm just going to say that right now.
Oh yeah, no, I already know that I'm not like the target demographic
God,
for the
yeah,
show.
no,
it's for kids and for the female gays.
Yeah, it's for the
Hey,
super
I
female
enjoyed
straights,
it.
you mean?
You have kids, so you're like kind of grouped into it.
she wasn't watching it.
Oh,
I was
okay.
watching it. She was asleep when I was watching it.
I
I
also-
enjoyed it, but also I never really watched the anime. It makes me want to go watch it, but I like out of all the live action anime adaptation, I actually really liked it, which is weird because when the trailers came out, I was like,
Yeah,
this
no
is gonna
one,
be-
no one was confident, and then it came
Yeah.
out, and we're all like, "Yo, this is the best thing that's ever happened."
it's
Okay,
really
so
good.
I think I'm a hater. I think I'm just a fucking hater. I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's great.
How could it be better then? What do you want to do? What do you want from it?
Okay, I have notes. All right.
Okay.
I do think some of the action scenes feel really flat.
Okay, continue.
I think Zoro, while very hot and cast well, I think he's misdirected. I think they make him really like, yeah, I'm Roronoa Zoro. I'm really good at being a samurai. While in the actual manga and anime, he's like much more like loud, rambunctious. He has like a lot more expressive personality.
And he's a little dumber in the manga.
Yes,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
much
yeah.
dumber in the manga. Like he's
one
kind of a
brain cell
blockhead.
boy.
He gets lost a lot,
Yeah.
you know. But
He
like
only got lost once. in
he also
the whole show.
yells a lot too. It's like like he yells. He fucking yells. But like in the live action, it's just like, I'm gonna murder you.
Yeah,
I'm
but
a sexy samurai.
but for me, that works because
I
was
know
like,
it works.
"You
I'm just like,
murdered me."
okay. I'm just trying to accept it as like this is their interpretation of Zoro. Fine.
It's the Zoro we wanted. Okay, we as in me.
Okay. Whatever, man. Also, I think some of the acting is a little
Which
not
one?
from the main cast. I think the main
Oh,
cast.
okay,
Is,
not
I think
from
the
the
main
main
cast is cast great.
Okay.
I think like I was not. I'm actually surprised how much I like Luffy. I think he's great. One thing I think they wronged him with is he should be eating food all the time.
Yeah.
There's a scene where he's like rejecting food. I'm like, that's not my Luffy.
Yeah,
Who
but
the
I
fuck
think
are
in
you?
that scene it was more of like he was kind of because that was when Ro was like.
Wait, no,
injured,
you've
right?
only watched 2 episodes, right?
Yeah.
So he hasn't gotten
It's
up to
not.
that. Which
Okay.
scene were you talking
Wait,
about?
what scene is
There's
that?
a scene where like the mayor of the town's like offering him food.
Yeah,
and he's
then-
just
but he
like,
came back for one.
Yeah, but it's like he should be shoveling that entire fucking plate down his throat. You know?
That's true. I would have.
Yeah. So
that's
there's
true.
like stuff like that. Some of the child acting is like a little like it's.
But it's children.
I hate children,
Okay.
except for your kid.
Oh,
Your
okay.
kid's great.
Specifically yours and everyone else who's watching.
I thought the casting was really well done.
I thought it was really well done.
Like, it can be kind of hokey sometimes, like when you watch like other live action where it's like, yeah, they very clearly have a wig on, and it's just like
Yeah,
you're
there's
trying
some
to
stuff like that.
one-to-one. And there's still some of that, but I think like whatchamacallit, what's his I forget the names, the buddy in the beginning, the one who goes with the glasses.
Oh, Cody.
Cody. Dude looks exactly like the anime.
No,
like,
I
it's
love
insane.
Cody
Like,
so Kobe.
Oh, sorry, Kobe.
Kobe's the best. I'm
Yeah.
obsessed with Kobe. I want to follow them on social media and just like watch them be a person.
I'm
because
just
they're
curious.
So hot.
Wait, spoiler alert. This is actually a spoiler alert. Kobe becomes sexy eventually. Like he glows up
I
and
don't know.
ages
That's
up.
even. That's
so
yeah. I don't. Even
I
know.
can't imagine that guy glowing up. Like he just looks like a little baby. You want to protect him. I can't imagine be like fucking gruff, cool ass Kobe. You know what I mean?
Dude, I
There's potential.
freaking love Sanji's accent.
Oh,
That accent
Sanji!
is
You haven't met
so-
Sanji
Haven't
yet. Oh
seen
my god,
Sanji. You haven't
seen him
Sanji! Oh my
yet,
god,
but, like,
he's got like a French urban
South African
yeah,
a little
accent.
bit. Like it's
Okay.
dope.
I haven't gone there yet. I've seen pictures of the Fishman Pirates. That shit looks rough. I'm gonna be quite frank.
It's, you get over it. I mean, the thing
Yeah.
is, like, when
It's
you
not
look
that
at the anime, how the hell, unless you're going to do full CGI, which I think would be terrible.
Okay.
How else do you like?
That's I think that's just
translate
like
that over?
where like live action falls apart for me. I
Well,
guess.
yeah.
I don't
it's
think they
like-
did that bad. The Fishman, it's fine. Okay,
Yeah.
you know where I do think they did wrong? Is Shanks. Like I do not like
Oh my
the
god,
egg
yes. The
actor for
casting
Shanks.
for Shanks is like he looks so lame.
He looks so lame.
He looks so lame.
I mean, I'm sorry if the actor watches this. I'm so sorry. But I just wanted someone who was way more
Like he needs to be hotter.
hotter. Yeah.
And it's not even like that actor's not hot. I looked him up. That dude's hot. It's
Yeah.
just like
He doesn't
just don't
fit
see
Shanks.
it. Yeah.
I don't know if it's just like not justified at that point, like in the way that you guys are talking about it. Like he's supposed to be like a super badass, right? Or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, I just don't feel like at this season.
He's supposed to be a
maybe next
goofy super
season,
badass,
yeah.
right? And that guy was not goofy. He was more like calming and like trustworthy. And I wanted a guy who was just like kind of goofy.
I liked. You haven't gotten to him. What was the dude with the big ass sword?
With the
Mihawk.
Mihawk.
Yeah, Mihawk. That was
perfect. Oh my god.
Was he good?
that
Okay.
casting and that dude. Like it could have easily been so corny, just like the way that he like performs it. But it's just like
He
badass.
is like the epitome of like Chunin Bio, like the guy who's just like, ugh, you're all beneath me. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I am beneath you. Please step on me. Jesus Christ, you're so hot. Yeah. His
Yeah.
like his facial hair,
Dude.
even though it's like the weirdest looking facial, I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that. That's great. That's great.
It's
and his
perfect.
contacts, fucking love it. His facial like bone structure, I just want him to be in my life so bad.
damn.
He's so hot.
Damn.
And
I
then when
guess
he
I
pulls
do
out his
keep
tiny
watching.
sword, I'm like, yep.
That's
Oh.
it. All right, well, I mean, if you've seen the anime, but
I-
that scene is.
So the first 2 episodes actually made me start reading the manga again because I never finished. I never caught up. So like I'm right now. I just got to Alabasta, which is like the dead, like against fucking Baroque works, all that shit. So yeah. I guess another criticism I had was I want my hulking dudes to be hulking dudes. So when I
Which
saw
hulking?
Captain Morgan and like the Iron Jaw guy,
Yeah.
Oh right.
because in the manga he's like fucking massive.
Yeah.
And then in the
It's
manga
the
he's like
mountain.
I don't know. He just looks like an
in
action
the anime,
figure.
He was, yeah, I agree. He didn't look all that great, but I think it's just kind of like limitations of casting.
No, I think you fucking get what's his name? What's the actor from Guardians of the Galaxy? The one who plays Drax?
Yeah. But he's probably so expensive.
Whatever, just get
Yeah.
him. The One Piece budget's insane. Just get someone that guy's size. Get the Mountain from Game of Thrones.
I know the mountain would
Okay?
be great.
Like he needs to be fucking huge. And then he came out, he's just like kind of normalish, pretty muscular.
He kind of
dude.
looked like a evil villain from the 70s. You know, all those
Oh,
70s
yeah.
films, the sci-fi ones. He kind of looked like that.
Yeah.
It's not always about looks, man. It's also balancing the acting.
Okay,
So
well-
you could get somebody like that, and then they just can't act that part right. Then it feels awkward.
And then his son, what was his son's name?
Haircut
Boy.
Fuck, he was
Yeah.
great.
He was perfect.
He was
And
perfect.
his tension with Zoro was amazing. And there's probably gonna be so much fan fiction out there. Can you guys please send me this fan fiction? I need to read this fan fiction right now.
I really liked his arc too. I know you aren't getting
I mean,
there yet.
I mean,
you know what's gonna
Listen,
happen.
man, as a
This is-
reader of the manga, I am fully aware of what happens with this arc.
so, like,
I don't need to watch the
So-
shitty live action to know.
Does he have a relationship with Zoro where they just constantly bump into each other and he's always the bottom?
you know,
Well, don't
I gotta
ruin
say,
Okay,
I'm-
send me this fan
I gotta
fiction.
say, I'm not caught
Secretly.
up, but maybe.
Send me this
Secretly.
fan fiction right now. I want it. I need it. I need the haircut boy to be the bottom. I need Zoro to be the guy who doesn't care about him but always appears and then just ruins his life. It's great.
Do you have a BL library?
I have a BL podcast. I am the person that has unskippable cutscenes with my friends because they'll be like, so how is, what are you reading lately? And then 20 minutes later, they're like, I really just want to go to the bathroom right now and leave you because you just won't stop talking about mermaids and like egg preg and aliens and like wolf dynamics between ABO people. Like, I don't know. Why are you
Tentacles.
talking to me about, I know way too much about like how genitalia works now.
What is egg preg?
Okay, so it's when an alien inserts eggs into your body through your butthole.
Oh,
And then
Oh,
it
so
comes-
it's kind of like a splorch.
It comes out. It's called ovopostulation or whatever it's called. But like, yeah, it comes out of them through their, their. I'm gonna say this. It comes out through their dick, and then it just impregnates you, and you have all of these eggs inside of you, and they're
Wait, so
very
they
large
shoot eggs out of their dick into their butt?
into their butt, and then you as the recipient somehow just grow a womb in there because they're aliens.
Damn.
Any more questions?
I can't believe there's a scientific term for it.
Well, my only entry into this was splorch, so that's all I knew about that. So, thank you, Bad Dragon, again. We need to get a sponsor for the cast.
Yeah, actually,
It's the
Bad
third
Dragon
time I
would
brought
be
them up
great.
now.
Then you can say whatever you want on this podcast if Bad Dragon's the sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what splorch is, JHP?
Now he does.
I don't know what BL means either.
Boys love.
Oh,
it's also
nice.
another word for yaoi, but yaoi's like so 90s, and we say boy love now.
Boy love.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's when boys love each other.
Yeah, they
That's
love,
fun.
they
And
love kissing
express
and
their
hugging.
love, and more than that.
You said it was between Ro and I forget what the guy's name. The son.
Captain
of the-
Morgan's son.
Captain Morgan's
Fuck.
son.
Haircut.
We're just
I
gonna
just call him Haircut.
I forgot his name.
Oh
but
yeah, because they call him
That
Haircut.
guy was perfectly cast.
He was great. I hated
He was
him.
great. Like the scene, like that was never in the manga where he's like in front of the mirror with a sword. He's naked. I was like,
When they
oh, but
said
that's like perfect-
nudity, I was expecting some female nudity, and it was just him.
was just
and,
ass.
And with Zoro, and I'm like, they did this for me. They
Yeah.
did this for me. It's for me and my podcast, and it is great.
Yeah. He has a nice ass. He does. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Yeah.
Never said you were.
Okay, so did anyone get a fuck you? Did anyone else get the weird like tonal shift though when like the Baroque Works guy came to visit Zoro to recruit him, and then Zoro just cut that fucking guy in two, and you could see his spine? I was like, oh, what the fuck, dude? Like they were never this explicitly violent.
He cut his head off, right?
He cut his torso.
He
in
cut
half.
him in half, like his
Torso.
torso, so you could
Yeah,
see
yeah.
his spine.
And then he put it in a bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that shit was like, I know like people die in One Piece, but like half the time when someone gets shot, it's like in the shoulder or like non-lethal. It's not always like explicitly like that they're dead. I've never seen someone like cut in half in One Piece.
Although, I mean,
think.
the first chapter, like Shanks's crew just straight up shoots one of the mountain guys in the head.
That is true. Like I guess their depictions of violence is like inconsistent. It feels like sometimes they're so unwilling to kill characters, and then like in the first chapter, his crewmate just like kills that mountain
Yeah,
guy.
and I
in the
thought
head.
that set the tone.
Yeah. But then I was not expecting to see that guy's spine, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, that's like Gantz level shit right there, you know? So, I guess, does it
Love
stay
Gantz.
that violent?
Not necessarily. No.
it's-
There's not a lot of
it's- yeah.
blood, actually.
Oh, so it's just.
Like it's kind of like anime like the rules, or maybe not anime rules, but basically like they'll video game rules where there's not a lot of blood, but like you see the slash marks and you
Yeah.
see like them getting a wound, but there's not like everywhere.
I guess that's why I was so fucking thrown off that guy literally got bisected and you saw it like, sorry, I'm not going to harp on the spine anymore, but yeah, I guess I was like, oh, is this how violent the entire series is going to be? Like, I'm not like opposed to it, but like that, I just wasn't expecting that.
I think that's gonna be the most violent thing. Like,
Okay.
yeah, honestly, there wasn't really very much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the fight scenes do get better by a lot.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because the Captain Morgan scene where he's like, it felt so slow. Where he was like, oh, and he hits his axe into the sand, and Zoro's like, he just dodges. And
I think that was the messiest scene because there's also a clip in which his like
his
entire
sword
sword
bends.
Oh, I
bends.
saw
Yeah.
that.
It's so goofy looking. Yeah.
Somebody like
Photo-
redid it in.
Yeah,
and
we redid it in
fixed it.
Photoshop. Yeah. But I will say that like the fight scenes in the rest of the show are really good. There's like a final fight scene with Sanji later on that like it looks really good. Like they did a really good job with it. So like
Okay.
eventually your brain just forgets that like first few scenes.
I also heard that Usopp is more likable in the live action than he is in the manga.
He is so likable because like the way the actor portrays this like very braggy, like over the top guy is I've actually met people exactly like that and I love them. Like I love listening to them like tell stories that don't actually happen, don't make sense. And it feels great to listen to that. Whereas like seeing it in Japanese and anime, it just doesn't hit as like well. I think it's something about like like American or like just Western culture that fits with that vibe better.
Wait, is Usopp supposed to be like American?
He does have an American accent.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
like, it isn't supposed to be American. I mean, nobody's like,
Yeah,
American
and he kind of
in it,
uses
but yeah,
like
he has an American
slang,
accent.
you know.
Okay.
He'll say things like, "Oh," and then I went like, "But, you know, cause like, yo, boy," like that's how he'll talk.
Oh.
So it's not.
He's got
it's,
like
it
a little
feels
bit of a
different.
swagger, but it's like there's a little bit of earnesty in it, where like it's okay, you can brag a little bit, and then you know he kind of puts himself in his place a little bit, and it's a nice balance.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
I'm
I
gonna be
really
honest,
like that
yeah.
actor. He did a fantastic
That's
job
great.
as Usopp.
I fucking hate manga Usopp. Or like I just thought he was so fucking annoying. Like in a world of like over the top characters, his was like, oh, just shut the fuck up. Like in the series itself. I know he gets like better, but like his introduction for me was like so grating.
He has definitely in the like the whole of the anime and manga, he has like the slowest character development. But in this, you can see there's like so much potential for him.
Okay.
And because of they introduced his like trauma and his relationships and like how he interacts with people, and you can see like the obvious overcompensation.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. There's no Chopper though, right?
Not yet,
Not
and
yet.
nobody knows what it's gonna look like. Nobody knows what
I'm
Chopper's
scared.
gonna be.
I'm terrified. I just, you know, they're trying
yeah.
to not use CGI, right? As much as possible, it seems.
Yeah, not because there's the because there's the what was it, the Navy, not Navy, Marines, like the one with the bunny nose.
Yeah, and they
stuff.
kind of threw on like some shitty
Yeah.
Amazon bunny ears on him.
I think it worked fine. Like what else?
that threw
could
me off as a person who cosplays, seeing those not bunny ears, rat ears, and like
Yeah.
his like makeup rat stuff, and I was
Yeah.
like, that's not cute. Like, why did you do that? You
I
guys
mean-
ran out of budget.
I did think sometimes like a lot of the costumes look like low budget cosplay.
How dare you?
I mean, there are like characters I was like, I could see the wig line. You know?
Oh, okay. I can
Yeah.
understand that. But in terms of like the cloth choice, in my opinion, I think it worked. It just made it look like normal everyday clothing and not like a cosplay you see at a convention.
Oh, maybe I should say not like the actual costumes themselves, but like I thought a lot of the makeup and like hair looked really cheap to me. So,
Yeah, I can see that.
But like I can also see how that's like hard to pull off in a realistic way when everyone's like bright colored hair and shit.
Yeah, like Shanks didn't have to be like full red. It could have been like red mixed in with a little bit of something else, like
Yeah.
maybe a little bit of blonde, maybe a little brown. But it was just like solid.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
And then like haircut, dude, it's like very obviously a wig. They could have like mixed in a few colors into it to make it look more realistic. But at the same time, like
Hire
Hire
her.
Oh no, not me. I'll just be there being like, you do it. I don't like how that looks. I'm not gonna my hands.
They need that.
It's tough
they
to get
honestly
a
do.
balance like with that because you don't want to become like make these extravagant costumes that like kind of look incredible, still feel kind of, you know, weird in real life, but then also you don't want to like scale it so back that it feels like, you know, when people go to Disney and you can't like really cosplay, so you're kind of, what do they call that?
Disney bounding.
Disney bounding, and you don't really want that so that it doesn't feel like, oh, you're just like trying. It's like finding that balance between the two.
I mean, the costumes themselves, I thought they did.
Yeah.
From what I saw, they did a
I
good
liked
job.
them. I liked
Because
them.
like if they actually put one piece like clothing into this, they would look ridiculous. Just
Yeah.
the shoes look like bowling balls with holes in them. So
Yeah, I mean, I liked a lot of the costume decisions to make them look like everyday clothing, especially like Nami's clothing. They all just look like regular shirts, but then when you compare it to the anime, you're like, actually, that is exactly the same pattern. It just like because of the way she wears it, it just looks like normal clothes.
or the way Oda, you know, draws women.
well, yeah, true.
What was
yeah.
it? I think they said it was 2 circles and an X is like their body. So
It is.
unless they're just
Dead.
like I don't know, just
Unless they're
like,
Big Mama.
yeah, human like Alvida or
Yeah,
something.
dude, I want to cosplay Big Mama so bad.
I was a little disappointed by Alvida a little bit.
Why?
I don't know. I just
You want her to be scarier?
I think I did want her to be more intimidating.
Yeah, I think it's a matter of camera angles,
Yeah.
and not necessarily a lack of the actress's part.
Yeah, I like she acted it well, I guess. It just like it didn't really capture her like larger than life personality sometimes. Same thing with Captain Morgan. You know, Captain Morgan was supposed to be this humongous dick, like horrible Navy.
He just felt
captain.
goofy.
Yeah, he was like, I felt like a goofy dad that was maybe too serious or proud of himself. But like in the manga, he was like a terrible person. Like he was willing to kill like children.
I will say that his punishment was so severe that I was a little confused. Like, why? Was the Garf? Yeah, yeah. Like, why did he like string him up? I'm like,
That's
it
what
wasn't
I
even
was
that
because
bad.
in the manga it's like pretty obvious that he's like a terrible person. Like
Yeah.
he's willing to like, you know, sacrifice like citizens in order to like further his goal or whatever, and he's like super into himself. I think they made him like into himself in the live action, but that's not like a crime. Like he's not that he just seemed like a goofy dad. And like when he found out there was like a new recruit, he seemed like a nice guy, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. And they're like,
I mean, it's tough how you crunch all that story into what 8 episodes or something. So obviously, some parts they got.
I mean, he should have just like kicked a small child once, you know, just like make us like hate him.
That's what you want. That's what you just want children to be hurt.
Okay, he should kick a grandma then instead. Sorry, sorry guys. Is that better? I just wanted him to be a bad guy.
Yeah.
But he was like okay, like he was just like stern guy.
Later when you meet Buggy, you're gonna forget about
Oh, I
all
already met
these
Buggy.
problems.
He was
Oh
in
my
episode
god.
2.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, Buggy's hot. Buggy's dude, that guy's hot. And I'm just like, damn, they really made this guy sexy. Like one of my friends, Sid, Sidion on Twitch, she's like super into clowns. She thinks clowns are really hot. Like not all clowns, but you know,
I remember
like,
she dressed up as a clown before. Like
she
she's
has
cosplayed
dressed up
as
like a
clowns.
clown
Yeah,
before.
Yeah, she's really into clowns.
Shaco, she's like, I'm into that. I'm like, I don't know how the fuck you're into Shaco. That is crazy to me. The clowns that like glide on the ground at like Halloween Horror Nights and Not Scary Farm, she thinks that's like she likes sexy scary. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But then Buggy, she was super into that. And she feels very validated that there is just like so many thirst traps coming out on Buggy the Clown. And she's like, see guys, it's not just me. And then me and the rest of us were like, all right, dude, like whatever, you could go fuck your clowns. Like, I'm not gonna stop you. Okay, we never stopped you from fucking your clowns. Fuck as many clowns as you want, honestly, but it's just not for me. But I will admit, Buggy is an attractive man. But I'm not sure if it's because of he's a clown or if he's just an attractive guy who acts well.
I think he's an attractive guy who acts well because I don't like clowns.
Oh, you don't?
I don't find them attractive. I find circus things very attractive. Like I love jugglers, but
Clowns specifically?
Clowns just, I don't know what's so attractive about them. Like what makes them hot? They're not hot.
You see, I think that's the normal reaction to clowns, guys. I don't think clowns are supposed to be sexy, Sid. She's never gonna.
But I don't know. Like, what if you separate the two? What if you have a sexy clown? They're not supposed to be sexy, no? I don't know what I just said.
I don't know what he just said
don't know what
either.
they're
All
saying.
right,
What
all
are we
right.
separating from the clown?
Maybe, yeah, clown by itself scary, but like a sexy clown, ooh, that's kind of, I don't know.
No, it's still not for me. It's
No,
like the
not for
nose
me.
is weird, and then the makeup is like all over the place, and then they're purposefully giggling a lot.
Just, yeah, what the fuck are you doing? Do you want to fuck a clown, JHP?
I never said
Okay,
I
would you
wanted to.
rather a clown or a vampire?
Vampire.
Okay, would you rather?
Clown. I used to have a fear of vampires.
Okay.
I used to never go
What?
to, yeah, when I was younger, I would never go to sleep like with my like neck exposed. So I'd always, even if it was hot, I would just wear.
What was the thing that triggered you, or like made you afraid of vampires?
I mean, multiple things. I probably saw Interview with the Vampire too young.
Wait, is it?
Yeah, no, I saw that and it awakened me.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It actually awakened
for
me.
some people, it awakened. For
That's
other
Tom
people,
Cruise, right?
yeah, Tom
yeah.
Cruise, Brad Pitt, Kirsten Dunst,
Oh, that's a good looking cast.
Antonio Banderas.
Yeah, it was, man, movies
That
back then
movie
were hit
scared
different.
you?
Hell yeah! You know, it's not a spoiler. You know, at the end when they're, whatchamacallit is driving the car, and then he pops out of the back of it. Tom
Oh,
Cruise.
I
and,
mean,
like,
okay.
yeah.
I mean, I
that's
used to
hot.
also hide my neck at night, but not for vampires, but for like monsters under the bed.
Praying
how like you're not
mantises?
supposed to like expose your feet, like,
Yeah.
put your blanket over it.
Because the monster will come and grab
Yeah,
your
it'll
foot.
grab your feet
Tickle your
and eat your
feet.
toes, obviously.
boop, boop,
So
boop, boop.
yeah. Well, I mean, wow. So
Play
do you
with your
not
digits.
romance Astarion?
Astarion.
I've kind of grown out of it, obviously, because I'm older now. So like, I kind of like vampire stuff. Like it's like intriguing to me. I hate praying mantises though.
I would also not fuck a praying mantis either.
That's-
I don't know anyone
I'm
who
with you on that one.
wants to. Do you have it? This is a topic you guys often
yeah.
talk about.
Well, no, there's the
Well,
movie.
no, this one's new. This one.
No, this was. I think I talked about this before. There's the movie with Hugh Grant and Julianne Moore. I think it's like 9 months, and she's like pregnant, and it's like him like dealing with like the father to be, and so Jeff Goldblum's in it, and they're talking about like praying mantises and how the females eat the male. So it was like making that parallel. So there's a scene where he dreams, and it's like a sexy room, and he's like, "Oh, hey, baby." He turns around, and she's a giant praying mantis in bed with him, and then she gets on top of him and starts eating him.
That
Also
ruined-
saw that when I was 2.
That sounds like
Wow.
a fucking fever
You
dream.
guys like
Yeah.
wow.
No,
Do you guys
that's great.
watch like scary movies when they come out? I've never really.
I hate scary movies.
I hate scary-
I
like-
cannot handle scary media. It's just I'm a huge wimp. I recently played a horror game on stream because I had to, and it was like it's a really poorly made, low budget horror game called Parasocial, where you play a streamer that is being stalked essentially. And there's just like lots of jump scares, weird interactions and stuff like that. People who are like normally walking, all of a sudden they like run like a fucking sprinter and shit. Things like that. Yeah, horror games are just bad for my heart, I think. I literally start getting lightheaded when I like get scared. So
It's the jump scares. That's the only thing for me. Jump scares, like, you know, when I was younger, you know, you go in the theater like that.
Yeah.
But like, I like atmospheric horror. Like,
I
I'm cool with that.
like
I'm cool with
creepy
gore.
stuff. Yeah.
I'm all good with that. It's when the cheap, like,
Yeah, I don't like jump scares, but I love stuff like Junji Ito when there's just like things that will creep you out and like
Yes.
super grotesque. Like Lovecraftian horror, love
Yes.
that. When it's like things going insane, be like imagery that will just boggle your mind. People
Mm-hmm.
who don't act like normal humans anymore because their brain has melted. They're being controlled by like an entity far beyond our
love
comprehension.
okay, I lied. I like Junji Ito. I like horror manga, horror comics. Because I mean, like, you're not gonna get fucking jump scared by a horror comic, you know?
no.
But
I
like,
mean,
you have, that,
Junji Ito,
you
when
have
you-
that sense of dread, though.
That bathtub scene with the spiral.
Oh, that shit was fucked
That was a
up.
jump scare.
That wasn't a jump scare for me, but it was just like it was like a deeply unsettling. There's like stuff like that. Okay, it's weird, but I don't like horror movies, but I like this, like knowing what the story of a horror movie is.
Oh, yeah.
There is a YouTube channel called Dead Meat that I love.
Oh, yeah.
They do the kill counts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Yes,
do they do?
they do the kill counts. It's by a guy named James A. Janice and his wife, and his like crew, and they will completely outline like the plot of a movie. They'll do like background information, like interviews, just like little things that you wouldn't know about the movie. They also count the kills, obviously, and like I like his like style of humor, and like I really enjoy that stuff because when it comes to like the jump scares and stuff, he'll explicitly say like, "Oh, and this person gets murdered," blah blah blah. And then all like the horror scariness of it is like gone.
Yeah.
So
More of the storytelling aspect.
and I love that. So I love like it's weird. So I guess I love the mythos, the lore,
Yeah.
everything around
I just
horror.
want to know like what
Yes.
the twists and whatever. Like I
Yeah.
have one called there's Found Flicks. They do the same thing. They do it for horror, but
Mm-hmm.
they just like outline the whole story. And then like explain the ending and then what they think happened. And I'll just listen to those.
I
on,
like
a
that.
drive.
I like it when people explain things to me, so I
Yeah.
don't have to like I spend the time to like listen to it or watch it or whatever. Someone else is just like telling the story to me, and I like that a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. I don't know. Like I will never play a game of Warhammer 40K probably, like the tabletop minifigs. But I will listen to so many podcasts, watch so many lore videos, recaps, etc. Tell you about all the different Space Marine like legions, the different Chaos armies and
Yeah.
alien Xenos factions and stuff. That shit is so cool and fascinating to
I
me.
think more people should do lore videos because it's like I don't want to experience this by myself. I want to experience how you enjoy experiencing this thing, and I want to be part of your hobby because you're enjoying it.
And that's hot.
Yeah, it's real hot. I love that. Like the more people are like, "This is the thing I like a lot," and I'm going to tell you about it. I'm like, "Oh my god, yes, keep going. I want to listen to you talk about the thing you love."
Wait, that's actually like I always hear like when I talk to like girls like that are looking like what they find attractive in a guy. It's just like, oh, I like when a guy is passionate about something. I was
Yeah.
like, what kind of passion? It's like honestly,
Like
like
obsessive.
anything, as long as like they could talk on and on about it, and it's like not like explicitly weird. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess it depends.
Well, I guess
on who
it's
you're
also
asking.
not like talking down to you
Yes.
about it. Like, you wouldn't understand.
Not mansplaining or
Yeah.
gatekeeping. Yeah.
It's more like, I'm going to tell you about how I made all of my Warhammer figures and like the way that I paint them and stuff. I'm like, do tell me more. This is cool. This is great information. Like, and it's not because I actually want to get into whatever they're into. I just like listening to them talk about it for like endless amount of time. I do this with, I watch a lot of video game lore videos too, because like I don't have time to play through an entire thing of like Mass Effect, and I just want to know the story because everyone's like, the story is the best thing in the world.
Yeah, exactly. Like, not everyone has fucking 60, 80 to 150 hours to finish like fucking Fallout 3 and all its side quests, you know? But like, you know, if someone does like a short YouTube video and like, oh, this is a really cool side quest that I found on Fallout 3 and this is the lore behind it and all the background. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm down. Like, I never finished Elden Ring. I'm sorry. I just never finished it. There was one boss I ran into, one area I ran into. I was like, fuck this game, never playing it again. And then I found a YouTube channel. I think his name is Vatu, something like that. Yeah, and he just does lore dumps, background info, whatever, on a lot of like the FromSoft games. And I was like, oh, I fucking love this shit. This is like, I want like this playing at my funeral or something. This is great. Like I'm at peace. It puts me at peace.
Did you see the guy who had his goldfish beat like one of the bosses?
That's crazy.
In Elden Ring. So basically what happens is he had a tank and it had like a grid of like buttons, like L2, R2, whatever.
So
and
the
then I guess
position
like
the tank?
the camera would detect when the fish would swim to a certain area and do that. Literally beat, was it Godric?
On hard mode.
Millennium?
It beat Melania?
Yeah.
I have no excuse. I'm worse than a goldfish at gaming. Wow. I can't be the only one worse than a goldfish at gaming, though. It's not just me, right, guys?
It's most people, right? Most people.
Yeah, I gotta say. Wait, is that like the god goldfish or some shit? Wait,
His
that's
name is
amazing.
Tortellini.
If I was FromSoft, I would make a reference to that goldfish in like a future game, you know?
That'd be pretty cool.
Tortellini, Slayer of Melania, you know?
It's like a giant, like Magikarp-esque goldfish who just like flops there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that'd be adorable. I was imagining a half human, half fish.
Oh,
with like
with,
the
like,
That's way more
fat.
where it's not a
horrifying.
mermaid. It's like the head is the fish and the body is like a fucking hulked
Buff-ass
out,
dude,
buff ass dude. But if it's a giant Magikarp just being like, and everyone's worshiping him and he's a shrine and he's just like this, and everyone's
That'd
like,
be great.
he is the bringer of peace.
I could just see him like shit ton of health. He doesn't attack you until randomly and it's a one-hit kill.
Yeah,
Yeah, it just
That
like
no matter
flops
what.
once,
Like, you
and then your
can't-
screen
flops
just
once.
vibrates and you just die.
No matter what. Yeah, no, they should sponsor this. This should be
Someone should
how
at
they
least
pay you for
mod it.
this.
Come on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like you're about to fight Mikola, and this goldfish just drops on top of Mikola and kills her instantly, and then you have to fight the goldfish instead. You know, like that would be great.
Tortellini.
You've been playing any games lately, though?
Baldur's Gate.
Yes.
Love it so much. I want to romance everyone, Astarion especially. But I feel like I haven't gotten very far. There's, you know how you talk to people about the game and they're going down a completely different path, and they'll be like, "Did you encounter this?" I'm like, "What do you mean? That's a possibility." I couldn't, like the owl bear.
The owlbear, yeah.
In the goblin camp, I never found out about that, and
Oh.
now I can never because I already
killed
killed
that owlbear.
everyone.
Oh yeah. I let the baby survive, and then I was like, "Oh, let's have fun with it." And I picked up and threw it, and then the people I came with got pissed off, and so I killed them and the cub.
Oh
Sorry.
no!
Yeah.
Did you encounter the frog? There's like a frog near Auntie Ethel's, and that frog messed me up in one hit,
No.
one kill. I had to run away.
I've just
so
been
fast.
talking to cows. I got to talk with animals, so I talked with a couple of the cows when I came in there. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Dude, I just want to restart my run because I heard I think warlocks can talk to the dead. There's a class that can speak to
Yeah.
the dead.
So,
But there's a scroll you can use
Yeah.
instead.
Oh,
I
if
speak
you
with dead all the
go,
time.
It's like near the beginning. I don't know exactly where. It's like one of the early like dungeon areas, but you go in there and then you find it, and then there's like the undead dude who comes out, and then he'll join your camp.
Wait, what?
you-
Oh yeah. What's his name? With the face.
I forget.
Yeah.
The guy he comes, but he allows you to.
It's like something silly, like shimmers or whatever.
Yeah, but you can resurrect people with him, or you can hire a hireling. But yeah, after him, I was able to talk to the dead.
So I found out you can't talk to the dead if their body is burnt to a crisp.
Yes.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, that'll do it.
Yeah,
to be honest.
whoopsies. So you want to make sure you just go / and then hello, and they're like hello.
5 questions, I think, that you can ask them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bring
yeah.
them back.
Pretty great.
Okay. Yeah, I know one of my friends on their run, they killed Astarion. And yeah, they killed his ass. And then they kept his body in their inventory. And then they were like, oh, wait, we could just talk to Astarion because he's dead. And then like they talk to him and he speaks like so fucking cryptically about like like his goals or like what he wanted to do while he was alive and shit. And I was like,
What?
damn, you guys killed Asterion, huh? He's like,
Wait.
yeah, we actually killed most of the companions that he could play in the game. Because they were playing a multiplayer run. Like,
Yeah,
with 4
that makes
people.
sense. And so
So
there's-
like, yeah, almost all of them died. Like almost all of the companions died. So I was just like, damn.
the amount of possibilities. I didn't even think about that the voice actors had to record the dead version of themselves.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the amount of voice lines just because you're able to talk to every animal and dead body in the game is like fucking crazy. That game is game of the year, like
Oh,
easily.
absolutely.
If not
Yeah.
game of like the decade or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have like 30 hours or so. I'm like barely. I don't even know where I am. I'm still early in Act
Yeah,
1.
like I still feel like I'm early in the game and I'm 40 hours in.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I
I-
feel like I haven't scratched the surface at all.
I've been stuck in Act 1 because I just keep restarting the run because like I'll run into a situation where I'm like, oh, if I was this class and had this ability, I could do this.
Forgetting to autosave.
Also
I've done
forgetting to
that
auto
Yeah,
So
I
many
autosave.
times.
Like it's F5 is autosave,
yeah.
right? So you just spam F5 for every interaction, every roll. I pass every roll.
Yeah. I remember there was one time where you know the squirrel where you could kick it?
Oh yeah, and then,
There's
yeah,
a
I
squirrel
talked
that
to
you
the
could
squirrel.
find that like fucks with you, and you could choose to like kick it. So, yeah, you fucking kick that squirrel into that tree, and it turns into a bloody pulp. It's amazing.
Oh
Yeah.
he just attacked me because I was talking to him. He was like, "Yeah, get off of my property."
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, okay. And
I
then I
didn't-
fucked up my roll.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Wow.
I couldn't speak to him, so like it just gave me the option of leaving it alone or kicking it. So I kick it, and it fucking just like fucking flies in the tree and melts essentially.
Oh my god.
And the Astarion's like, oh, what a waste of blood. And then he like disapproved. It's like, oh shit, my bad. So
Whoopsies.
I resetted that.
So
I
that
like
you
restarted
install
that.
Sucking on
with
the tree.
Asterion.
Yeah, and then I wanted to see what happened if I failed the kick. So you fail it, and you just like miss. Like the squirrel just like jukes you. And it's like, so yeah, I don't know. This game is great. This game is so fucking good.
I
Are you
love
guys just
it.
doing one campaign or do you have like multiple with friends?
Well, I tried to do a multiplayer campaign when it was like the first week. It was actually, you know, Lena.
Yeah.
Okay, so like Lena's never played D&D, right? And
Right.
like, so we had a 4-player game, and I was like, okay, this is D&D. There's very different rules. You don't like just randomly kill stuff. She immediately kills a rat that was in the druid camp. So obviously that was like a druid as a person. She just killed the rat, and the entire druid people were just like, "We're gonna fucking kill you! How dare you! You betrayed us!" And we team wipe immediately. And I was like, "Oh my god!" Okay, we
That's
load from
amazing.
save, and I'm like, "Okay, don't." Kill anyone. This is D&D. It's different. And immediately someone loots the idol that they were worshiping,
no.
and they're like, "You have betrayed us again." And I'm like, "Who the fuck was that? Who the fuck looted this fucking idol? Was it you, Lena? You motherfucker!" And she's like, "Bitch, it was not me. It's not me." And I'm like, "You fucking liar! You killed the rat, and now you're just trying to ruin our game. Ugh, don't touch anything that has a red marker on it. You just we team wipe." And then I'm like, let's just leave the druid camp. It's fine. We'll just go and do something else. And we're climbing a hill, and I see a chest, and I'm like, guys, look, it's a chest. So I go and loot it. And the whole team is just like, oh, really? Oh, you can loot things now, Stella? Not us? We can't touch anything? I'm like, yeah, there was a lot of gold in that chest. It's mine now. So
Well-
we haven't played together since at all.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, one of my friends, Sean, he thought that the druids were racist. So he was like,
were.
we must eliminate all racism, even in video games. So he went on to kill every druid in the camp, and
Wow.
it made it difficult for his other multiplayer companions that are also in the same game. So stop killing the druids. Like, no, kill racism. Racism is bad. So yeah, that was great.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, they saved the tieflings, I guess.
I mean, tieflings are hot for what it's worth.
Yes, they are.
Did you guys find their hideout? Like in the camp? Like
Yes.
you follow one of them into the hideout and then he's
Oh.
like, "You better leave."
Oh, the
I'm
kids?
counting
Yeah.
down 10.
I couldn't get in there because I'm
9.
not a halfling. I can't get
I wasn't a
inside.
halfling
How do you
either.
get
Oh,
inside?
so if you save like this one child, he'll give you like a password, and then you'll be able to enter their.
Fuck. Man,
Yeah.
I was trying to get in there by like blowing up the rocks. It didn't work. Like nothing worked. And I was like, how the hell do I get into the
So I think there's
hideout?
one entrance that if you're a druid, you could turn into like a rat and
I
go
think
in through
that's
that
what
way.
it was. I think that's how I got
But
in
there's
there.
another way to get in where like if you go to a beach that's nearby like that area, there's like harpies attacking a tiefling child. And if you kill the harpies and save the tiefling child be like, oh, thank you so much. You should go to our encampment. Here's the password, and like find this person, give him a password, and we'll let you into our. And then you go in, and then when I went in, like that girl was like, you better leave. I was like, I fucking saved your friend, you bitch.
Yeah,
Oh.
they said that I was harassing the tieflings. Like, you're harassing kids out here. I'm gonna throw you in jail. I was like, all right, let's see. 20 roll. I'm like, well,
Ha.
fuck.
Yeah.
Guess I'm going to jail.
Well, I murdered the child, so
Oh.
yeah, I was a barbarian. I cleaved her in two.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, no, it was a good time though. But I think that's all the time we have today for our Boomer versus Zoomer episode. That was great. I wish we could talk more about egg preg,
Yeah,
but
we can.
I don't know. I'm gonna make sure JHP does some homework on that so he has more
Kind of
questions for
sad
the
I missed
follow
that
up.
on the egg preg. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think you'll be really into egg preg, bro.
Come listen to my podcast. You'll learn more about egg preg. It's called BLHQ.
BLHQ.
Yeah.
Nice. Where can we find that on like
It's
most?
on all of the platforms at
Nice.
this point. Yeah.
Awesome. That's amazing. I will.
You're going to listen to it, and you're going to listen to me talk about the smuttiest fanfic I've ever read in my whole life. Woo.
Wait, you wrote or
read?
read?
Do you
Okay.
want
I
to
thought
hear
you
about?
wrote it
Do you
for a
want to hear
second.
about a good?
Yeah, give me a synopsis.
I call it the sentient fleshlight universe, in which there's a fleshlight, and if you put your blood on it, it connects to you, like wirelessly, and then so whatever you do to it, it's also happening to you. And the guy was playing with it, and then he got it confiscated by the hall monitor dude. The hall monitor dude didn't know it was sentient. It was connected Wi-Fi wise, and so he was playing with it, and like our main character boy was like just chilling at a party, and he's like, oh no, something's happening to my booty, and he had to run over to his room and just let it happen to him, and him being like, my crush is doing things to me and he doesn't know he's doing it to me. Oh no. It's a great story.
Check out BLHQ if you want to hear more from Stella Chuu and all her BL reading adventures. That's great. Was there anything else that you wanted to promote, talk about, anything coming up?
So I have a really cool warehouse now where I build costumes. So if you guys want costumes, like let me know. Like I already made a costume for you like way back when, but like,
Yeah, like before COVID, I think, right?
yeah, like way before, like 3 years
years
before
ago.
COVID.
wild.
But yeah, I'm like making cosplays now. I have like 7 or 8 3D printers. I have a laser cutter. I've got a John Wick themed gun room.
That's
in
dope.
there.
You
It's
showed me
pretty
photos.
cool.
It's crazy.
That's so cool.
It's big space, like 3,000 square feet worth of like just cosplay stuff.
That's awesome. Okay, I will definitely hit you up. I think I have some ideas. Not
ja.
essentially in a fleshlight though, but yeah.
Well, it's just a fan fiction. It's not real life, which makes me sad.
Right. Just the fan fiction. Anyway, JHP, do you have anything to promote?
Not really. I'm JHP Team. You can probably find me on Twitter or Google, something like that. Yeah.
Awesome. Great. If you fucking do that thing that you were doing before, I'll end you.
Can I please do it to the me saying I dropped out? Because that was actually kind of funny.
Okay, sure. That's good.
Okay, cool. And then that's it. I'll leave
That
it at
sounds great. All right. And I'll wrap it up. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.